You see it, dude. You see it, dude. You see it. If you don't, let me give you a better look. I'll give you a better look right now. Just give me a second. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Come on. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Now this is the community ring. Okay, this is not the investor ring. I did not get my investor ring yet. Oakland Ballers, Pioneer League champs, baby. Champs. Okay? And that's that, dude. And that's that. And I might even double up. Put the 2014 Giants ring on there too. I don't know, dude. I might double up on them. We'll see. You know? A little double dash on them. It is what it is, dude. Man. Guy Slawinski posted some new art about the Sharks. Yeah. Yeah, are we eliminated or... Oh, must win Monday. Oh, man. Man, I don't know. I don't know what, is it even worth it? Got some interesting, fun, amazing things to talk about today. Nobody's joined. Wow. All right, man. This is the worst beginning to a live stream of all time. It's the worst of all time. That's fine though. It happens. It happens to the best of them even. And I don't know if I'd say I'm the best of them, but I'm an I'm an Let me post it. I didn't post it. But everyone should know 740, Oh, look, Gabe's here. It's just me and Gabe. Folks. Hold on, let me post this bad boy, Let me post this bad boy. Because I'm doubled up, dude. I'm doubled up on him. I'm doubled up on him. Rings on top of rings. And that's just how it goes, dude. Talk to my lawyers. We're doubled up on them. Yeah, if hold on, if anyone was late. Dang, is my, you know what? It's like it don't even alert folks no more, huh? It don't even alert folks no more. Anyways, what's going on, dude? Happy Sunday. What's going on with the Warriors game? Warriors Clippers right now. I haven't been watching. Been editing a video to put out tomorrow, dude, and it's pretty much done. Where's the Warriors and Giants ones? Well, I have a Giants one. Dude, I'll bing bok bam everyone, dude. What are you talking about? It's real out here. It's so real out here. Yeah, what's going on with the Warriors game? Someone update me, dude. Someone update your boy. So yeah, the Ballers rings came. I'll show you guys. It came with a little stand. Okay. Oakland Ballers, what does it say? 2025 Pioneer League champions. And this is the box it came in. It's got the Pioneer Baseball League wins record there, 73-23. Just insane, right? Just insane numbers. Oakland never quits. What's on here? From Baron Rings. For display purposes only, folks. All right, so if you do wear it a lot, it's going to wear out. But still pretty fun. I'm happy to get this is the community ring again. The investor ring is on the way. I still haven't received it yet. You know what I mean? Richard, what up? Zion Montijo, what up, man? I'm doubled up, dude, and I'm ready to fight. ready to fight. You know? So I saw the other day, dude. I was driving through a parking lot, right? I was driving through this parking lot. And there was a lady that was like pulled over to the side. It was not this was like the backside of a parking lot where there's like a business park. So it's not like a ton of traffic. It's not packed or congested. She had pulled over to the side and was going to throw something away in the dumpster, I think. Something like that, right? She had the door open. She's getting out the car. Dude, I don't know why this story popped in my head, by the way. She gets out of the car. She is hunched over at the waist, looking like she's trying to touch her toes. That's how hunched over she was. And she could barely walk around the car. She had to lean on the car. Like this. She's like this. And she barely gets over to the dumpster and throws something away. And then she stumbles back to her car hunched over. And that is why I support autonomous vehicles. She should not be driving, dude. What was that all about? I don't know why that story popped in my head and I wanted to tell it, but it did, and I wanted to tell it. It was insane. It was insane, dude. And you know what? Maybe I'm traumatized because you know what else? You know what else, 10 viewers? When I was a kid, our next door neighbor was this old lady named Mildred. Okay, she was a nice old lady. She used to let us go swim in her pool because she had a pool. We didn't have a pool. She had a pool, though. And she'd go let us swim in the pool. And my stepdad, this is at my stepdad's house, my stepdad would clean the pool for her and like upkeep the pool. And that was kind of the deal. He cleaned the pool for her. And she would let us swim like pretty much whenever we wanted. She had a little dog, a little wiener dog named Helga. Okay. Now one day she gets in her car. I forgot what it was. It was like it wasn't a Cadillac, but it was something big like that, right? She gets in it, pulls out of her driveway, somehow accelerates and turns real hard, real fast, hits my stepdad's, oh, it was my mom's originally, but a little Ford Ranger truck. If you remember those little trucks from like the late 80s, little Ford Ranger truck. She hit the Ford Ranger truck and then she swerves back across the road and goes into the neighbor's house into a bedroom. And the car ends up in the bedroom. There was 2 girls that lived at that house. That was one of their bedrooms or both their bedrooms. I don't remember. I don't remember if they had separate bedrooms. Ended up in their bedroom. Luckily, the girls weren't there. But literally could have killed these 2 girls. And it was because she was old. And she's like, I was hitting the brakes, but she was hitting the accelerator, right? So maybe I'm traumatized by the old folks driving. I love old folks, but you can't be driving, you know what I mean? Like now me, on the other hand, when I'm old, I can still drive because I'm the best driver on earth. And you can talk to my lawyers about that one, okay? But we got the rings, baby, and that's really what matters. That's really what matters. What up, Rye Guy? Paul, what up? Ford Maverick? No, I don't think so. I don't remember what a Ford Maverick looks like necessarily. But no, I do not believe that to be the case. Now, I am, as you guys know, right? As the millions out there know, I am the anti-influencer. Right? I'm the anti-influencer. I just said it again. Okay? And I'm going hard now. I need everyone to unsubscribe. I need everyone to log off. Never watch my live streams again. Everyone unsubscribe right now. Let's do this. Let's do this, dude. Because I'm a champ. I hate these influencers. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about with that, but whatever. Everyone unsubscribe. Let's do it. JD, what up? Don't even know when the Seahawks get their rings. Did they win something? I do not recall. It must have been boring as all heck. But I got rings, baby. I got rings. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, comes in a nice little box. This is the community ring, investor ring on the way. It looks a little different, but for now, I can still punch your lights out. I'm throwing champion haymakers out here. Okay, YouTubers over influencers. Well, there is some overlap, right? My Sunday afternoon was supposed to be only 2 hours in Costco to get my tires changed. It ended up being a 4-hour odyssey. And that always sucks, dude. You cannot get your tires changed on Sundays. You cannot. Can't do it. Can't win with them. Can't do it. What else is up, dude? I want to talk about Artemis 2. Okay? Now, everyone put your nerd caps on. Put your nerd caps on. Dude, I'm obsessed with Artemis 2 and the whole mission, and I'm obsessed with all the astronauts. They were awesome. And there's just something about astronauts that I'm in awe of. They're just so smart and humble. Like, they almost feel perfect. Like, I know they're human, they got flaws. But by golly, they never show them, do they? Now, I don't know what kind of PR training they get. Probably a lot, since they're representing like a whole space mission. But, man, like in history, Buzz Aldrin punched a guy. The guy deserved it, though. And you guys know I'm a fan of when athletes attack fans. I'm also a fan of astronauts attacking moon landing deniers and flat earthers. That's cool in my eyes. And then wasn't there like a lady who drove across state lines to murder her husband's mistress or wife, and she was the mistress, something like that? And I think she was a rocket scientist. I don't think she was an astronaut, but she did something crazy like that. So that's one, right? I don't say like firefighters are up there, but like these astronauts are like brilliant. They always know what to say. They have these like incredibly intelligent, like deep thoughts, but they convey it in such an easy to digest way. I'm just in awe of them. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know? They're just so good. Now me, on the other hand, dude, I got the best lawyers on earth, and I got championship haymakers I'm throwing. I ain't perfect. I guess I'm just in one of those moods tonight, so you guys are in for a treat. Where'd the other stand go? The Giants one has a stand also, so let's do that. And I do have a LaCroix Sunshine. I have no idea what this flavor is. Sodium equals innocent. I don't know what that means. I've never had this. Let me try it. Naturally essenced. So I don't know if it tastes like a sunflower. I don't know. Let's try it. I will say, LaCroix is, oh man, so refreshing. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. I don't know what it's flavored as, but gosh, is it naturally essenced? Oh man, that's a naturally essenced drink if I've ever had one. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Feel like influencers are more on TikTok or Twitch. I think it probably changes, right? Did you just say Sundays? Yes, I said Sundays. Best part of Artemis 4 is less than 5 years away from going back to the moon. It's going to be awesome. No, astronauts do tend to do very well in politics as well. Yeah, a lot of them do. We can send people into space. We can have them live stream it from the rocket. They did live stream a lot of the mission. In high school football, I'll call it rocket surgery. Finally got a PS5. Nice. Enjoy that. Most astronauts have to pass a certain IQ score, physical aspects. That's why they call it the astronauts. What up, Mark? Artemis astronauts aren't spring chickens. They are around their 50s. Yeah, they're incredible though. Where's your McDonald's benefactor? Do not donate. Everyone unsubscribe. Do not donate. Request money from me. I am the anti-influencer. Okay. I might order a smoothie though, because I do owe an order. I'm not sure if you're a big UFC guy. Former 49 Josh Hulk had arguably the best heavyweight fight of all time last night. What? I did not hear about that. Angel, what up? Angel, what up? But anyways, Artemis 2 was just super cool. Like I learned so much more about rockets and stuff. I just learned a lot just following along. This space is crazy, dude. Ain't it? Space is crazy. I didn't know the International Space Station is like, if you look like a globe size, it's like a sliver above the globe. Like it's not even, you think of it as like way out there, but it's not. But could you imagine being one of those astronauts and just like every night you look up and see the moon and just be like, wow, I freaking slingshotted around that bad boy. How crazy is that to be able to walk around? Dude, you couldn't tell me nothing. If I slingshotted around the moon once, oh, dude, you better open my door for me and pull my chair out when I step in the room. You know? You better greet me eyes down, buddy. Don't you dare make eye contact with me. But I don't know. I've always been fascinated by space and all that. So it's just so much fun to watch. And I'm glad that moon missions are back on the menu. You know what I mean? I guess I like moon missions better than like the Mars stuff. Like the rover was obviously super cool. Still up there kicking around, right? But like the moon, I just feel close to the moon, you know? I feel like me and the moon just got something going on. You know, me and the moon are like this, dude. You know? So moon missions, they're back. I love it. I love it, dude. But you know, when you like look at that stuff on like TikTok, my algorithm's just filled up with moon landing deniers and flat earthers and stuff. I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God, you know? Like being so confident in your ignorance is just wild to me. Just having no humility to think that maybe you're wrong. You know? To think that every astronaut, everyone who's ever worked for NASA or contracted by NASA, like hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions since the 60s, pilots, anyone who ever worked on or maintained GPS systems or satellites, all the people who work at Starlink and SpaceX and whatever Richard Branson's thing was, like all the astronomers, all the people who work at NORAD, all those people, the like the professors, the teachers, all the scientists, all the people who work for Lockheed and all these other private companies as well, Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, all of them are lying to you. They're all making it up. They're all in cahoots and they all somehow plant all this stuff everywhere. Right? You don't believe any of that, any of them, or their mountains of research and data and math and footage and all that. You don't believe any of that. But some jamoke gets on TikTok and shows a video like, why is the moon there and the sun's there also? And suddenly you believe that. Doors that way, bud. Doors that way, buddy. Just your lack of understanding does not make things fake. It just means you don't understand. And all of us can very easily do experiments that disprove a flat earth. Oh, the Beyond the Curve is such a good documentary. Please watch that. Please watch it. It is hilarious watching flat earthers be dum-dums. And I will say, this is the last thing I'm going to say on this. Flat earth started as a joke on 4chan. And it's pushed by troll farms on 4chan. So you think you're exposing the okie doke by, the government's lying to us, blah, blah, blah. And you don't realize you're the okie doke. You're the one getting played by propaganda to try to make people stupid, distrust the government, and things like that. Right? Russian troll farms try to make us like distrust all our establishments. Oh, you're the okie doke, dude. Anyways, what else is going on? Wonder why there's an IQ minimum to be an astronaut. Well, I don't know. So San Diego City Connect shouldn't have been a button up. I disagree. We're gonna go over all the City Connects later. Yeah, they had the same issue for WrestleMania 31. I don't know about the build up. Are you gonna watch WrestleMania? I'll probably watch clips and stuff. I'm not gonna sit down and watch the whole thing. Is the space station pretty close to the Earth? Yeah, it's very close. I feel bad that we live in a world with AI because before they even got to the moon, people were publicizing these fake photos, and people to this day think that fake photos are the real photo. Yeah. Wonder how time works up there. Well, the thing is too, like NASA will put out like a simulation, and people are like, oh, yeah, and people believe this, and it's like, dude, it says visualization right on it. You know? Have you watched Hail Mary yet? No, I want to really bad. It's gonna be cool when they finally have a small colony on the moon. That'll be scary, dude. Whalers on the moon. We're whalers on the moon. Who watches Futurama? I'm super excited for Mission 3. They have to practice refilling in space along with docking with an airship. Dude, that's hardcore, dude. Interstellar, dude. Bay Area Throwbacks, what up? I know there's some dolts that were in NASA and still believe. Probably not too many. They have to do the refilling mission first landing before they can build a colony. People think the moon landing was filmed somewhere in Culver City. Turtle Dude, what up? Dave from Elk Grove, woo! Dude, I can still show you the stuff. I did get a ring. This is one of 5 rings that I ordered. And I got the Giants one too. I'm double ringed up, baby. Last stream I was in Monterey with family. Dude, you don't have to be sorry for spending time with your family. That's way more important. And like I said earlier, I want everyone to unsubscribe from me. You know why? Because I am the anti-influencer. So everyone unsubscribe. Don't send me money. Request money from me. All right. Might go to the play-in game Wednesday. Tickets are under $100. Dude, it's Wednesday. Dude, I might go too. Excited to be a bat boy. Woo! Turtle Dude is going to be a bat boy for the ballers. Everyone's favorite bat boy. The Earth was like you see the skyline Tokyo from San Francisco. Totally unserious people. Yeah. Speaking of City Connect uniforms, Atlanta Braves City Connect uniforms are dope. Agreed. We got rings, baby. We got rings. But yeah, so Artemis 2 was just, it was awesome, man. It was awesome, and those astronauts are just the best. Like, they could just say simple things, and it just sounds profound. There's just something about them, dude. Something about them. And it's okay to admire people. It's okay to know that you're a dum-dum, because I'm a dum-dum. Now, I am double ringed up. And I got the best lawyers on standby, but I'm still a dum-dum. What up, Jennifer? Blazers 1-1-1 woo wee. If you're giving out money, I'll take 1,000. Oh man, I don't know if that might get declined. Yeah. So I can't wait for the next space missions. Dude, I think I'm gonna go watch like Cosmos again. Like I don't even like sci-fi movies, but like Artemis 2 has me wanting to watch sci-fi. You know. It was just awesome. And what else is going on? Tomorrow there will be a new video on the channel. I went to WWE Smackdown with Gamer Athletics, Gamer Girlfriend, Sister Athletics, Papa Athletics, Mama Athletics, the whole Athletics family. Actually, they're now the Valkyries, Ballers, Giants family. And yeah, it was a good time. It's just like a quick vlog. It's not the video sucks, honestly. Don't watch it and unsubscribe from me. Okay? But yeah, it'll be out tomorrow. I almost finished it today. And it was fun, man. I will say I enjoyed Raw last year more. When, if you guys remember, I did the Raw video. I think it was a better show. This one was fun, but look, this is my gripe. I'll say the negative parts first, okay? It was just like 60% commercials. Like the whole show, you're sitting there watching the screen showing commercials. Like, what are you selling me? You already got me here. You won, dude. You won. I'm here. I spent my money to be here. Now you follow through on your end of the bargain. I sent the money for the tickets, right? You gave me the ticket. So hold up your end of the bargain and now give me a show. Instead, you're giving me commercials. This is my problem with the streaming services right now, too. All the streaming services now have commercials on top of what you're paying. What happened? What happened? You already got me, dude. It was just commercial after commercial after commercial. I feel like there was only a few matches. A whole show for 3 hours. And there was like 4 matches. Something like that. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It was still fun. You know? Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton were there. They got into it, you know, leading up to WrestleMania with Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll. They were both there. Pat McAfee kind of stole the show. Look, I know people are hating on him being so involved now, and I totally get that. But he's good at it. He is good at it. He's a good heel, man. And yeah, Jelly Roll, you know, not so much. But Pat McAfee, I think he's doing good. And he looks so much bigger, so I think he's really like getting ready to be a real wrestler for a while. That's what I think. Take a small loan of $1 million. Yeah, you could be president someday. Josie, what up? Fully explains the entire Apollo mission from beginning to end, from Earth to the Moon, directed by Tom Hanks. What are we talking about? Did I miss something? You talking about the documentary? There's a documentary on Netflix that's really good. Modern WWE live events. Just advertisement or background for the TV show. Yeah, that's how it was. Finally saw a good picture of the dark side of the moon. 90% of the time, you're sitting there in darkness with nothing to do while they're doing backstage programming. And then they give you small 20-minute matches. Yeah. Hulu has had commercials for a while. Yeah, Hulu's thing was like, oh, we're basically like TV, so I get it. But all of them have it now. House shows are so amazing, but they don't even do them anymore. They don't do house shows anymore? How dare this wrestling interrupt my commercials? Yeah. Rumor is that the leading headlining match for Bashlash, the pay-per-view, as to WrestleMania, is going to be a tag team match. Cody and Jelly Roll versus Orton and Pat McAfee. I'm so excited. Dude, your voice to text is insane sometimes. Yeah, no, I'm a very, very incredibly casual, the most casual possible wrestling fan, but I feel like Pat McAfee's doing a good job. And you know, Jelly Rolled, I think that's kind of a joke. It's like, you know, I don't know. But maybe I'm just hating. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. Maybe I'm a hater, dude. Time for a LaCroix, a sip of LaCroix. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Sorry, I have really bad dyslexia. I'm sorry. It's not a problem on my end. What else is going on? Oh yeah, SmackDown. There was a lot less energy than Raw last year, I felt like too. I felt like Raw last year we were kind of on our feet a lot, and then this time like not really. Way better matches in Raw last year. And I felt like the matches were really sloppy. Gabe didn't agree with me really, but I thought the matches were incredibly sloppy. Like, it did not seem like anyone was on the same page. But Royce Keys, aka Powerhouse Hobbs, made his SmackDown debut, which was awesome. And I didn't realize he's from East Palo Alto, which is really cool. I knew he was from the Bay. I did not know he was from same area as me. Being from Redwood City, and spent a lot of time in my life in East Palo Alto. Yeah, so that was cool. And he went to Sequoia High School, which is the high school my mom went to. I went to Woodside, if you know the school district. So we were Sequoia's rivals. But yeah, I thought that was cool. So I was happy to be there for that. Danhausen had his first match, and I thought he was really fun. So that was probably my favorite match. That was cool. He does like his little magic tricks and stuff. Really fun character. Reminded me of the little person in Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't remember his name, but he does magic tricks as a little person in a traveling freak show. He's fun. It's okay to be a hater. Documentary from HBO I was talking to you about is an actual miniseries called From Earth to the Moon. That was produced by Tom Hanks. Okay, I'm going to check that out. The whole rant about how I still more in the Oakland Athletics was quite weird for me. Right after I took a jog around Lake Merritt since I live right next to it. Gotta remember there's a rant room. Dude, jogging around Lake Merritt, that's a good time, good way to spend some time. SmackDown is the B show. Yeah, I get it, but like, I don't know. I agree with you. Most of the wrestlers have gotten really sloppy. They don't do house shows anymore. Only practice they get is at television. That could be, huh? Sadly, that's how human emotions work. Just got to ride through the wave. Of course, man, there's going to be ups and downs, Going to be ups and downs, but guess what, dude? You're a bad boy for a champion, for a championship team. And the Wick has been complaining about that ever since they canceled house shows. House shows were where they would practice moves, practice ideas. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah, I think you're probably right. Go Cherokees, get out of here. Aren't they something else now? Didn't Sequoia change? They're not Cherokees anymore. There's something else. Ravens or something? I don't know. Go Wildcats. Actually, no, I don't even like my high school. Wasn't a good time for me. What else about SmackDown? What else? Whoop that trick. That was fun. Jacob Fatu was there. That was a fun match. I don't know. It was cool. I had a good time. But I definitely think it definitely felt like a step down from Raw. And I know, look, that was the Netflix Raw. It was a huge deal. And Raw is the A show. I get it. But, like, I don't know. It still felt definitely a little more subdued. Way less people in, like, costumes and stuff. Like, for Raw, there was a ton of people dressed up. This one, I only saw a couple people dressed up. Gabe went as Gamer Athletics, though, so that was cool to see him dressed up as Gamer Athletics. Yeah, it was I don't know. It was fun, though. It was fun. I sound like I didn't like it. I did like it. I enjoyed it. I was also incredibly tired. I started my new schedule this week. I get up. I have to get to work at 3:30 a.m., folks. Woo! That's usually before my bedtime. Now I have to be at work at that time. So your boy is hurting. He's hurting bad. So yeah, I went to work and then took a little nap and then went to SmackDown. So I was definitely tired. So maybe that was part of it. Maybe I'm projecting. Maybe I'm projecting, dude. I just figured it out. I'm the one projecting. And the show was great. And it was hype. I don't know, dude. I don't know, Magnifico. There you go, Angel. Thank you. I should have known Angel would know. Remember also, people are really struggling financially. It's probably a really hard time to go SmackDown. Yeah, that could be too. Yeah, 3:30 a.m., dude. It's no joke. I don't know. I gotta make a move. I gotta make a career move. I've been I've been coming up with some ideas of what to do because I don't think I can do this for very long. It's gonna all come crashing down because I am not a morning person. Never been a morning person ever in my life. I've been a night owl since I was a child. Since I was a toddler, I was a night owl. Okay. So I've always had late shifts or later shifts, PM shifts. And I've had morning shifts before and it never worked out for me. Never worked out for me. So, the Warriors lost. Well, not that it matters, dude. Who cares? It's all over. It's all... Whoa, okay. Yeah. Good updates. A friend of mine who I had lunch with told me he works at Legoland. Which Legoland? Carlsbad? Big fella's name is Bertram. Yeah, Bertram was awesome. I love Bertram. Only getting about 30 minutes of sleep on work night. That's a cool Selena shirt. Oh, thank you. So my bedtime before, I would go to sleep at like 4 or 5 a.m. So now I have to go to sleep at like 9 p.m. or something. It's crazy. It's only been a week, so I'm nowhere near in the groove. I don't even know what to do. I have no idea what to do. Cause I'm a night owl. This morning was the first time I slept decent for more than an hour and a half in the last week. The rest of the week, I was sleeping and I was basically napping each day whenever I could. So it's been a struggle. But you know what can help me? Maybe a little LaCroix. That's refreshing. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. I got a bunch of things in the works connected to the channel, but outside of the channel. Not videos, I mean. And I'm really, really excited about it. And I hope that people like it. And I hope that it's a huge success and I can quit my job. That's what I hope. Because I'm really, really, really... I'm really, really hoping that I don't have to keep waking up at 3:30 in the morning. Because it hurts! And it's going to kill me, dude. It's going to kill me early. And there's already a little bit of dementia history in my family. And it's going to make it worse. And then I'm going to be drooling on myself and not know who anybody is in 5-6 years at this point. Favorite stranger missions were Hamish Sinclair. Those were good ones. I know everyone loves Hamish. I didn't love Hamish as much. And Buell, obviously, I have love for Buell, but I never liked using Buell. He's too big. You know, he's too big of a horse. So I kept him in a nice stable, and Buell lived out a wonderful life. Exciting news: after 3 months of Apple not figuring out my iMessage on my laptop wasn't working, this magic is finally working. Look at you. Marco Dragic missions were fun. Why did they change your schedule? They like to just change stuff, dude. I was needed. The bat signal went out. If you're looking for space shows to watch, For All Mankind season 5 started last week. Is that a scripted show or what? Anyway, Smackdown was great. Oh, I forgot to show this for the Artemis mission. This was super cool. Look at this. NASA, they've already flipped the official patch indicating the crew is coming back. So they had 2 patches. So the first patch is when they're on the right, they're heading to the moon, right? And then the one on the left, they're coming back and heading to Earth, which is awesome. I love these patches. What else, dude? What else? We'll go through the City Connect soon. They announced season 2 of Dark Matter, scripted Apple Plus TV series. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, Artemis got me in a sci-fi mood, dude. Got me in a sci-fi mood. Talk to my lawyers. I'm not sure if I missed the conversation. Nike has killed team jerseys in all sports. City Connect jerseys are all awful. Oh, Chatio. Oh, could not disagree more. What up, man? We're gonna go through all the City Connects soon. What else? What else? Oh, this was all in the Discord, but the Utah Mammoth have this new Zamboni called the Zammoth. Freaking awesome. I'm a big Zamboni fan. If you watch any of the hockey videos I've done, I love a Zamboni. Okay? It's my dream to one day ride a Zamboni. But, I'm not like a super huge hockey fan, so it's like the opportunity is not really there for me. But they always invite these influencers, so maybe one day, But this is just so cool. And I think all Zambonis should be themed like this. That's what I think. That's what I think, dude. Also, speaking of patches, the 49ers unveiled this new 80 years patch. Logo for our 80 years of history is a bold proclamation recognizing the milestone season with a nod to the establishment of the organization in 1946. Now, I love the 80 and the little years flag. I love that, but just it's too big, and I feel like the 80 should be within something, a circle, an oval, a football like some of the old ones, something like that. Otherwise, I love just the 80 with the years. I just love it is bold proclamation, but just it should be more than just that, I think. So here's some of the other ones. Now my favorites are the 50th and the 75th. So the 75th I like also because I had just become a season ticket holder. So, it was kind of the year. I was all excited. They gave us the 75th placard for being a season ticket holder. And it's just fun with the diamond and, it's cool. And the 50th, I don't know. It's just so 1990s. I love the shape of it. I love the 50 kind of looks like the SF. It's just cool. And I like all the rest, but those are my two favorites, definitely. The 70th in 2016 is also cool just because it's like super old school. It's like the old logo. And then the 40th one just gives me like nostalgia when I was a kid, just seeing that occasionally on hats and stuff. I was a baby, so I didn't really see it live, but I would see it just, on merch later on. So to me, like the 80th just feels, it's just too big numbers. I think it should be within a shape like the other ones. But I like what's there. I just think it should have a shape or something around it. Put it in the regular oval, the logo oval or something. I don't know. Good to see you and glad things are well. Thanks, Chad. Apollo 13. I've watched Apollo 13. I saw Apollo 13 in the drive-in movie theaters. Facebook, they may get a custom car to go drive on the ice. That is so amazing. Oh, that'd be cool. Hey, the Sharks did the Zamboni better. I love the Sharks Zamboni, but they don't even have the Zamboni anymore. Or that Zamboni. Do they? Or do they still do it? I can't remember. But yeah, I love the Sharks Zamboni. Hockey teams that killed the last several years, Lightning and Avalanche. Yeah. Do they have a good Zamboni, though? I don't know if they do. I've never been to a Lightning or Avalanche game. When I went to the Golden Knights Zamboni was just gold, but it was like a dull gold, so it looked like cardboard. So it looked like it was a Zamboni made out of cardboard. Penguins game Seattle, there was a kid on the Zamboni. I don't think he was having it. He looked like he didn't want to be there. That's funny. I'm always envious of the fans riding the Zamboni. Is the patch gonna be? Oh my god, dude, $50. How do you have money like this? Good lord, dude. I said I'm going the opposite way. No more donations and everyone has to unsubscribe. Good lord, dude. I'll order an expensive smoothie, okay? Cuz guess what? He has 2 pizzas in the fridge. Cuz it was buy one get one free and the Domino's pan pizza is fire. But look, I will order a smoothie. I'm going to get this strawberry banana smoothie from Bamboo Dessert Drinks. And I'll get the chocolate banana too. We'll get 2 of them. Good Lord, dude. $50? I don't even have $50. I've never even sniffed $50, dude. What's going on? And I'll add the extra $2.99 for Express. Just to get it here quicker. And I'll double the tip. Good Lord. Nike would stop being lazy. I just don't know if I blame Nike. That's my thing. Whoa! Dude, stop, please. Please stop. Please stop. I am the anti-influencer. So you can't donate to me, man. Everyone has to unsubscribe. Don't watch the videos. Thumbs down the videos. And don't donate. Request money. I'm not going to send it, but dude, thank you so much. But you like, just become a member. You can become a member for $5 a month and you get bonus episodes. Patch is pretty lackluster considering how their other anniversary is pretty nicely detailed. Yeah, that's why I think it should be in a shape. Wingstop. I had Wingstop last week, and it was extremely disappointing. You know why? Because they took away my teriyaki, dude. And I've gone back a handful of times since they got rid of the teriyaki. They replaced it with the Hawaiian. The Hawaiian's okay, but it's not as good as the teriyaki. And they took away the teriyaki, and I used to like to take the teriyaki with the cheese fries, and you kind of let the teriyaki and the cheese mix a little bit with the fries. But they took away the teriyaki. Now there's no more teriyaki, and I have to get the Hawaiian, and then sometimes I get, what is it, like spicy Korean or something? It's okay, but it's just not the teriyaki. And now I got to deal with not having the teriyaki for the cheese fries. And it's just like I'm missing a whole element that I really, really loved and embraced and made me feel whole. You know? Good Lord, man. Nah, it's Nike. Get out of here, Josie. Get out of here, dude. I'm a Nike stan. MLB and the teams has to say, but it's Nike to blame at the end of the day. Nah, get out of here, dude. If I were you, I'd use 100 about 2 new side patch fitteds. Someone's going to be able to retire and do YouTube full time. If I didn't live in the Bay Area, yeah. Other jersey manufacturers don't design bad jerseys. Now get out of here, Josie. Lemon pepper is what I had. Lemon pepper, it's okay. Wingstop used to be fire. They also got rid of those awesome butter warm bread rolls. I don't think I ever had those. All right, I got 2 smoothies on the way from Bamboo. One of them saved my life the other day when my 3:30 a.m. job, and I got home and I was dead and I thought I was gonna die. I got this strawberry banana smoothie and it brought me back to life, baby. 26 patch is probably the worst patch the Niners had. 2016 one. I like that one because it's a play on the original 49ers logo. So I like it. And I like that it's just like 2D. It kind of mixed it up. I wish I knew who this benefactor was, this mysterious benefactor. FFVVK5V. Is that code? Is that code for something? Is that your license plate? Yeah. And then I think this is from Rohnert Park. Yes, it is. Rohnert Park. They did some, if you haven't heard of Rohnert Park, it's like this graphic designer on Instagram that designs a whole bunch of mock-up jerseys and stuff. And they're usually really good. I've shown a bunch of them on here before. But they redid the new Gigantes jersey to be all gray instead of just partially gray. And they did it with the SF breast patch, which I'm a huge fan of the SF. That's like my favorite alternate away jerseys. And look, the hat, all gray, looks so much better. So much better than just the front panel. So I really dig this. I think it looks, and look at the no name on it, which I like, and then yeah, it just everything just fits better. Better colors. I wish it was this. I like these much better. Or even just gray with the gigantes on it would be cool. There's some estimates he's donated close to $2,000. $2,000. Has it been that much? So the 80th anniversary would look nice on a side patch for fitteds. Yeah, it might. It's definitely a huge benefactor for sure. They make the NHL jerseys. Yeah, Fanatics is the worst. It's lazy work right there. They're going cheap. I see in that department. Yeah, Eddie, I think I like the 80. I just wish it was like in something, you know? Most teams have someone local design City Connect jerseys. Vegas, NBA, and for when? What? Dude, it looks so better. It looks so much better. Yeah, this is so much better. You don't like this one? Bear throwbacks, you don't like this one? I like this so much better than the real one. All gray is just, at least the hat, like without the gray just gray front panel on the current hat, it's garbage. But anyways, I like this mock-up a lot better. And speaking of just what's it called? Hold on. Speaking of what's it called? Underrated jerseys. A San Francisco Bulls jersey. This is a game-worn jersey that someone found. A player named Bodie. I love these jerseys. I love these. This was a minor league team, pretty short-lived for the San Jose Sharks, and they played at the Cow Palace. I went to one of their games before, and God, I love this jersey. I want one of these so bad. If anyone finds one of these game-worn, let me know. Or it doesn't even need to be game-worn as long as it's like quality, better than Fanatics. I just love it. I love it. What else? I just have a bunch of grab bag things to show you guys. Oh, there's this. The oranges from the train at Minute Maid Park. Now it's Daikin Park, so they took the oranges out of the train. I forgot, they put something else. So where the Houston Astros play, there's a train up on the facade in left field, and it's because it used to be, they built the stadium on the old train yards in Houston, downtown Houston. So the train, when it was Minute Maid Park, was carrying a whole bunch of oranges. So they took like the foam oranges and they're selling them. And this guy's actually upset because they're selling them for like $100. He's like, really, foam oranges for $100? But maybe I'm a sucker. But oh man, I would grab one instantly. So if anyone's in Houston and wants to grab a Minute Maid Park orange for me, I would love that. I will send you money. If there's anyone in Houston in here, I want one of these so bad. I'm sure I can get one on eBay, but someone will mark it up, you know. But for $100, I would do it. I would do it. I have a whole bunch of Astrodome stuff. I might as well get some Minute Maid Park stuff. I haven't even been there yet. I drove by it. I did drive by it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, dude. But I want one. Vegas getting the NBA team and the Rockets coming to San Diego. The Rockets are coming to San Diego. They're going back to San Diego? That jersey is trash. Man, they're so divided. So divided. Hi, they said something without donating. FFVV. The redesign Royal one, the green sleeves. I'm also not a fan of the Giants being the Gigantes once a week. I like it better when it's exclusive to a couple times a season. I guess. I don't have a problem with them doing it more. I miss the SF Bulls. Me too. CCM jerseys are always amazing. Yeah. Astros put foam baseballs in the train. Oh, so it's just baseballs now? I miss the oranges. Should get a game used 2017 trash can. I would. All right. You guys want to get to the City Connects? Guys, let's go one by one, dude. I'm going to shoot you all down. Okay? I only have like one picture of each, so I won't be able to show everything. But all right, the first one, Milwaukee Brewers. Aesthetically, I love these. I don't get the Wisco nickname, and other people are saying they don't know about it either. And so that seems kind of forced, but I love the word mark. It's a nice, pretty blue. I actually like the gradient on the stroke on around the letters. It's very subtle. I love the side patch. Actually, look, I gotta find the side patch actually to show you guys. Sorry. Let me, because it's the side patch is too good to not show. Boom, 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 boom. All right, it's all videos. Why are you showing all the videos, dude? I gotta. Here it is. Let's see. Let me find it. So there's a side patch. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. All right, it's kind of small. But come on, man. You know? How cool is that? So yeah, I love these. I just don't get the nickname. I also say, the hat has the W with the shape of Wisconsin around it. Like I think Minnesota did that. A few other City Connects have done that. I always think that looks bad. Unless your state has like a really iconic shape, like Texas or something like that. I just feel like it just looks messy. I don't really like that. I think I would like it better with just the W. But overall, I like these. Thumbs up. And it's up to the people of Wisconsin. If they don't like the nickname, then they can not like the nickname. You know what I mean? Found the Bulls jersey on Facebook Marketplace. Nice. I'm gonna go look that up. Don't call it Charm City or Baltimore. Out of all the things that we cancel these days, we should cancel the City Connect program. I like the City Connect program. Milwaukee one ain't bad. Wisco is funny. Yeah, Wisco is the only thing I don't like. I love the word mark though. It's nice and bold. It's fun, and I love the blue color. It's a beautiful blue. San Diego Rockets are coming back. All right, the next we got the Pirates. Now, I did see someone say that this is not really a City Connect, and I 100% agree. This is basically just a new alternate, But that said, I like it. I like that they took that old pirate face and put swords behind it instead of the baseball bats. I like the mustard lid. I don't really like the red squatchy. I wish it was just mustard all the way through. They also have the black alternate hat as well, which basically is like it's not even a City Connect. Like there's nothing connecting the city here. But I really like it. It's kind of I always like when teams embrace their mascot like aesthetics. So going like the pirate, letters with the pirate guy and the swords, it's just cool. It's like some teams just kind of ignore what they're named after, but this is like really embracing it. So I like these. They just don't really work as a City Connect. They're just another alt, basically. But I like them. They're fun. All things you can. Pirates one is fire. Yeah, I like it. It's just not a City Connect. Then we got Atlanta. Now, there was also the same person that said that about the Pirates jersey. They also said this, like, we've seen this before. And I was like, yeah, they have so many jerseys in the past that are very similar to this. But I think it's beautiful. I don't really like the yellow that he added with his accoutrement here. I know they have the yellow patch, but like I like it better without the yellow. You know, I know they always have a little yellow because their logo and stuff, but I don't know. The yellow kind of throws it off. But beautiful blue. I'm always a sucker for powder blues. I like a pullover. I think the A is on the hat is nice. I like it. I think they're fun. Atlanta is basically a throwback. Yeah, it's like it's just kind of, you know, I feel like they have so many jerseys that are just like this. Mascot is not a pirate though; it's a bird. Well, I don't mean they're jumping around mascot. I mean like they're whatever they're named after is what I mean. And the bird's a pirate. It's the same as you said, embracing their mascot. Just semantics, dude. Semantics. Wish the Braves did a navy and peach colorway on the City Connect. That'd be cool. Like this and like a navy peach might be fire. Do a mock-up, Angel. We want to see it. Do a mock-up. But otherwise, yeah, I like this. Also, thumbs up. That's 3 for 3. Cincy. So basically just kind of redoing the black ones. And I heard that they're still going to keep the black ones as like an alt. So you're going to basically have 2 City Connects. But I absolutely love these. I love the black ones. I love these ones. I love the numbers. I love the C. I love how the pinstripes are very subtle. Love them. Love them. No notes. Love them. It's 4 for 4. Well, I don't love all of them, but thumbs up to all of them. They're favorable rating for all of them. Yeah, I kind of want to see like a mock-up if these had the regular Cincinnati C. But yeah, I think it's cool. Cincinnati, the black and red ones look amazing. Yeah, so especially if they keep the black ones, it'll be cool. It's kind of seems like a whole new identity for them, which kind of worries me because like I love classic Reds uniforms. Like I have Reds jerseys and hats, and because Barry Larkin was my favorite shortstop as a kid, and I was an all-star shortstop. You know, I was an all-star shortstop. Why is my chat on here not going? Did you guys notice that? The chat stopped moving. That's not cool. Let's see if I can fix that. Is it fixed? No, it's not. How do I reload it? I'm like reload. Why'd you guys not tell me the chat was broken? Oh, refresh cache of current page. There we go. All right. I think that fixed it. Yeah, no. It didn't fix it all the way. Didn't fix it all the way. Ignore this part. Ignore this whole part. Yeah, no, the chat works for me too. It was just, yeah, on the screen it wasn't working. All right, and here's the Royals. Oh, I gotta refresh this one too. Okay. Red ones give me a little bit of Chicago Bulls. Yeah, definitely. Got my Warriors playing ticket, $67. What section? I'm considering going. My smoothies are almost here. All right. A's for champs this year. Oh, I know they're leading their division. Royals one. I love this. Besides, I don't like the gradient on the hat. I'm okay with the rest of the gradient. I'm okay with the gradient on the jersey itself. But I don't like the gradient on the hat. And I kind of wish the hat had the full R on it and not just the crown. It just feels very empty. So I'm not really a fan of the hat. The rest of the jersey, love it. Love it. Love it. I think it's great. In those colors, the purple to the blue gradient is from, I think, like the Missouri logo, like the official state logo, something like that. The colors fit something. They didn't just pull them out of nowhere. So yeah, T2 don't plan to sit there. Looks so sharp, so sharp. Yeah, no, I love these. I love these. And it's the rare like white on white jersey, you know? You don't really get that with City Connects. Don't really get that. All right. The Royals hat is trash. Yeah, the hat's a huge letdown. I think if you did a regular, just do the Royal with the R, and you could do the gradient on the R, do the R with the crown on the hat, and you could still do the gradient just like it is on the jersey. Or, I mean, it's supposed to be a City Connect, so put a KC in the same like font. Just redo the regular hat with the new font with a gradient. Just the crown itself is just, it looks empty. All right, I'm gonna go get my smoothies. All right, folks. 2 smoothies here from Bamboo. Now I'm gonna put this one in the fridge for later because it's more of like a dessert drink. And then I'm gonna have my my strawberry banana. Be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. All right. All right. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking, dude. All right. Where are we back? We're back. Shout out Bamboo. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. I have been sending you guys a lot of money lately. You know, because sometimes when you feel down, dude, you just need a good smoothie. You know, you need a pick me up. And Bamboo's been there for me lately. Dude, why does the chat keep getting stuck? What is going on, dude? Not cool. Not cool. There's got to be a way, like, there's got to be something going on here that I can fix. Is it not on, like, auto? Check. It's not the RAM. It's just the it's the page. And it's like, it's weird because it's not even like, it just stops scrolling. That's the problem. And it still scrolls. Like, I still see it scrolling on the other pages. It's just not on the the thing, you know? Okay, let's just keep it here. McDonald's, you're not sponsoring, but you can be. Yeah, McDonald's got to step it up. Got to step it up. Yeah, I can see yours. It's just not refreshing. It's just not refreshing. All right. Now here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Or at least Paul has. Paul, you're not going to be happy. I love these. Oh! Oh! I love these. I just don't like the green sleeves. Everything but the green sleeves and Be More. If you're saying I've heard Be More a lot, so maybe that's just an outsider thing. But I if you're gonna put Be More, I wish it at least had some sort of punctuation. Be dash more or something. I with just as one word, it looks weird. It looks like a misspelling. So I don't like that. I love these. I love the green. I love it. Just makes me think of Camden Yards. I love the old school Oriole on the front. I love the side patch. I love the hat with the old school Baltimore B. Like there's so much history in that B. I love these. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry, but I freaking love these. Again, I would just change the sleeves and I would put like a dash in between the B and more. I love the numbers. Yeah, I actually might buy one of those hats. Like that's how much I like that hat. You know, just two out of three from the Giants. Yeah, the B hats are chef's kiss. I agree. It's like calling San Francisco SF. We all know what San Francisco is the city. I mean, yeah. I think Baltimore Orioles one was meant for the A's. Like it's supposed to be yellow instead of orange. You don't call it Be More, call it Charm City. Yeah, if it said like Charm City, I think that might be cooler. But I love the letters. I love the letters. I just yeah. In fact, they brought back the standing bird goes hard. Yeah, I love the bird. I love the bird. Saw them when the O's played the Giants on Friday. I like them too. You saw them in person. And I love the brick on the like sleeve piping. I love the patch, dude. I'm sorry, Paul. I love these. Again, there's definitely some changes I would make, but I don't mind them. Don't mind them at all. Charm City and sleeves are black and the hat was black where the green is. I would say it was okay. Why don't you like the green? Like I don't know. I feel like the green is real nice. I think the bird is really tacky. Yeah, I don't know. I like them. I love the standing bird. Patches aren't real. Oh yeah, I mean that's some fanatics BS. That the patches aren't real. I agree. I hate I hate the way they do the jerseys now. I'm just talking about the design of it. Oh, you watched the game on TV. Green is not a primary color for Baltimore. We don't use green in any of our sports. Colts are blue and white. Ravens purple, black and white. Yeah, I mean a lot of the City Connects use different colors for different reasons though. Green is nice, random color for the Orioles. But I don't know. It just makes me think of Camden Yards. But anyways, I'm sorry, Paul. I do disagree with you on this. I don't think they're perfect. Far from it. But just the old Baltimore B is so fire, so fire. Like if I was from Baltimore, I'd buy so many of these hats and hopefully different colors and stuff. And places like Hat Club and all that will put out some really really cool colorways. But I like it. Then we got the Tejas. Now pretty bland besides the design on the side stripe and the piping, the sleeve piping. But the Tejas is always fun, and the old school font, the old school Texas T. I like these. I do prefer the last City Connects for the Rangers. They were one of my favorites. The TX in like the kind of old English was so fire to me. But I like these. I do think it a little bit of a downgrade from the last ones, but they're fun. And this just goes to show this photo, and I want to say it's another photo. This, not that one. I wish we got the gray underbills. Like the black underbills on everything just really bother me. These would look so much better with the gray underbill. Like I might get one of these hats if they had the gray underbill, because just the old school Texas Rangers tee. But this smoothie, by the way, not sponsored, but it can be. Put in the Discord last week. Yeah. All the chairs have the BB logo on them. If you want to show it, it's in the Discord. Yeah, no, I'm familiar. Nobody has better hats than the Stockton Ports. They do have good hats. Feel bad for Texas. They literally had this jersey already. Yeah, I mean, nothing too special here, but it's still fun. And now, I usually prefer old school stuff. I actually prefer the black underbills. Really? I hate black underbills to the point that I don't really buy too many new hats because I don't like the black underbills. I like black and green. I'm shocked. I'm shocked to hear that. I'm shocked to hear that. Yeah, I think the black underbill here is ugly. And then we got the Padres. So when the leak came out, these looked like they were black, and my criticism was they looked way too much like the Giants City Connects. But with the blue, it's a little different. It's still a little close, which is weird, but they won't ever wear them against each other. So the navy looks a lot better. And I love that it's a pullover. Angel doesn't. I absolutely love these. I love these. This is probably my favorite of the bunch. The colors just go hard. The SD hat with the different colors, like it used to be, goes hard. I think they're a huge upgrade from the last ones. I hated their last City Connects. I know a lot of people loved them. I hated them. I thought the color scheme was terrible. This kind of takes some of those same colors, puts it with the navy. I would probably change the San Diego font. Maybe this font just kind of feels. I don't know what the word is, but not immature, but almost like just like I don't know. It doesn't feel like baseball enough, but otherwise I love these over the white pants. It's like a cream. I think these are beautiful, and the hat's cream as well. I think these are lovely. Last Padres City Connect were the worst MLB jersey of all time. Now these aren't great either. I love these ones. I hated the last ones. I'm with you on the last ones. Old fashioned the green underbills. That's what classic ones used to be. They had gray and green. Depending on the team, they had a choice, I think. Bay Area Throwbacks probably knows more than I do. Padres just need to stop with the City Connects. I love these ones. Last Padres City Connects. Oh yeah, I read that. Love their hat. Their hat looks like 1998 hat. Yeah, I love this hat. Dealers at the Murder School. Ladies logo is fire. Agreed. Padres suck. All that money spent has got them nowhere. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the only thing on this I don't like is the font. It could be better. And who says they like the past Padres City Connects either just want to be unique or just Padres fans? Yeah, the last ones were. I agree. I don't know if I would say the worst jerseys. I would have to really think about that long and hard. Definitely one of my least favorites of all time. I doubt I could find like two more that I like less than the last ones. And hold on. Okay, I'll show one more thing after this, but I did want to touch on this real quick because I thought this was an interesting thing. And I'm radical, right? When it comes to these City Connects, let's bring back Tony Gwynn era ones. So, I mean, I do. So the nostalgia in me does like the '90s Padres jerseys, but the fact that they just ripped off the Giants makes me not want them to go back to it. I want them to have their own identity, which they kind of have now, but I think it needs tweaks still because they've bounced around so much. They did white and navy, and then they did brown, and then throw yellow in it. Then they do navy and yellow, and they do this, and it's like they just bounce around too much. They really need to stick with an identity. I think brown and yellow probably is the best bet, but lean more on the yellow. I don't know. Current brown and yellow vibe isn't bad though. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it needs tweaks. But so one of the artists that did the side patch, beautiful side patch by the way, of the Katrina. I'm white. I can't. I suck. I suck at speaking anything but English. Okay. Richie Moon did this, and this is from Chelsea Vega. She put this together. Her Instagram is It's Chelsea Vega. This is Richie Moon's art. Really cool art. I kind of want that shirt with the Coronado Bridge on it. San Diego was always like kind of a second home for me because half of my family moved down there in the early 2000s. My brother and sister. My brother Cole grew up in San Diego for most of his life. And he still lives in San Diego. So I visited San Diego a lot. And it feels like a second home. So, I love San Diego and I love San Diego art. So this, that Coronado one is really dope. Richie Moon is a South San Diego based artist and designer with collaborations including Daddy Yankee and San Diego FC. San Diego's Padres released a Dia de los Muertos inspired City Connect uniform. Sleeve features a Katrina designed by Latino artist Richie Moon. And Richie Moon says that in September 2024, Padres commissioned it from him, but he didn't know it was from the jersey. But being from San Diego, he's really excited that it was part of it. And they've used it on the jacket. They have it on this beer, right? They're like really going hard with it. It's a tremendous graphic. So I get it. And that's, art I always like. I have one here, right, on my arm. Just kind of my connection to, I'm not Latino, but I grew up around a lot of Latinos. Redwood City, Little Mexico, we called, one of the neighborhoods in North Fair Oaks. And, California, where I'm from, used to be part of Mexico. It's just, a culture I definitely respect and appreciate. So yeah, it's a dope logo, and they're using it all over the place. And contrasting that with these two artists, they did a Jackson Merrill mural in San Diego. Super dope, by the way. I've never seen this mural, but it's great. I love murals. So, it says this isn't the first time San Diego Padres have collaborated with artists. They partnered with local artists Chris Konecki, Carl Ely to create a mural. And, collaboration was publicly credited. They were tagged in everything, and they were even on the news with it. Local news coverage. Contrasting that with Richie Moon, there's nothing. They've posted the art, but they have not credited Richie Moon. And Chelsea Vega also goes on to show statistics how Latinos are underrepresented. And this is kind of just another example of that. And look, those jerseys, when they went on sale, Uniform drove record-breaking revenue, generating over $1.1 million in a single day, more than doubling the previous franchise record. So Chelsea Vega put all this together. So I just think it's important. You guys know how I am. You know, this artist, Richie Moon, should be credited. And some of these teams do a great job working with local artists. I love it. Like I always talk about when the Giants do it and all that. I appreciate that a lot. The Giants did a collaboration just like this and credited the artist, did a whole commercial with her. And also for the new Gigantes jersey, they did a whole commercial. They've shown off the artist. They did a great job with it. This is just, might just be an oversight, but I think it's important to point out that Richie Moon should be credited when his art is being used all over the place. And, you know, he deserves it. And I think these teams need to know that it's just not right. And these teams can do so much to help these artists, you know, especially if you're an artist and you're working on your own. You know, he might not have a gig that gives him a steady paycheck. Every opportunity you have to capitalize on. Look, I do my creative stuff. I don't make enough money to live on, but I make a little bit here and there. I know how hard it is to juggle just that with the extra little bit of income I get, because sometimes it goes down to almost nothing. Like every opportunity is important. So I think it's important that this guy, Richie Moon, gets his credit. And shout out to It's Chelsea Vega on Instagram for putting this together. I think it's dope to highlight artists, but make sure they get their credit. I'm still on the Nike being lazy train. Reason they went to that base colors thing, moved into Petco, they were trying to get the accent of the bricks, accent the side of the ballpark. Because before that, primary colors were brown and yellow. Top tier patch needs to go to Cooperstown. Agreed. Marlins would be better off in the OG teal. Don't disagree. Yeah, love the OG teal. Have it on a souvenir cup. Oh, I got to get that souvenir cup. Padres are cursed ever since those soccer dads did that. That's what's in, dude. That was the worst fan video of all time. The worst by far. Yeah. So shout out Richie Moon, man. And I don't remember his name, but the artist who came up with this did get his credit, which was dope. I'm bad with names. I don't remember anyone's name. But yeah, that's the City Connects, and I'm a fan of all of them. There's definitely some I would change, but I think they were all pretty good. I think it was a good bunch. There was none I hated. Usually there's at least some I hate, but you know? Dang, this smoothie's good, man. Bamboo, everybody. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. You know what I mean? Oh, there's this kid. Let me get this volume up so you can hear this. This kid. Watch this.
Y'all see them and get your thoughts on the game?
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
Could you guys hear it? Please tell me the audio was good enough for you guys to hear it.
Y'all see them and get your thoughts on the game?
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
Dude, shout out to this kid. This kid is everything that a sports fan should be. Because he's not a coward, okay? He's loyal. Like I said, man, sports teams are assigned to you. They're not chosen, okay? He could have been a coward and just became a Patriots fan or something. He looks like about the age where he would have been, you know, real little when the Patriots were going on their runs. But he's sticking it out. And I appreciate that. Now, I still think, you know, ownership and all that needs to be held accountable. So you can't just be like loyal to a fault. But He's not a bandwagon. He's doing it right, dude. So, when I see stuff like this, it makes me, want to see the Jets have success so that the fans like this, they get to, have something. You know what I mean? But yeah, because, I see so many of these cowards that just jump on teams that are good. And I hate it. I hate it so much, dude. You have to ride with your team, good or bad. The only exception, of course, is when the teams move. They're not being loyal to you. They're out of here. And you need to hold your ownership accountable too, because all the owners suck. All the owners suck, and we should all probably start holding them accountable more. But man, shout out to this kid. I have so much respect. Because he's like, look, I hate this team, but I'm a Jets fan. That's just what it is. And that's how I see it. That's how I see it, dude. Now, I'm pretty lucky as a 49er fan. It could be a lot worse. I've been to a Super Bowl parade. It's been a long time. I get it. We've had a lot of heartbreaks right at the end there. I get it. It sucks, but it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. I've been to parades for all my teams except for the Sharks now, Sharks and Valkyries, but Valkyries just got here, so I'm not tripping. But, I've already been to a parade for the Ballers, dude. Already been to a parade for the Ballers. I'm lucky. This kid, what is he? Was he a Knicks fan? You know what I mean? Was he a Knicks fan? Now, maybe if he's into baseball, is he a Yankee fan? Is he a Mets fan? If he's a Yankees fan, he might be old enough to have seen a championship. I don't know how old he is. I don't know. He almost looks like 16, so maybe he's a little too young. But could be worse. That's all I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Shout out to this kid, man. No, we're talking about City Connect jerseys. Just posted some photos of a space shuttle crash from Artemis 2 showing that it was more damage and re-entry than expected. Wow. Temperature that they're coming in, it was half the temperature of the sun. They were going faster than anyone in re-entry in space history. Dang. I will look at that in a minute. Poor guy. How I felt after 30 years of Raider loyalty. Kings 2. Yeah, that's rough, man. 16 years between playoff games. I feel his pain so much. I remember years when we lost 100-plus games. Yeah, I really think the Jets would be in a different situation. The Olympics would have came to New York in 2012. New stadium was supposed to be used for the Jets. Wow, I didn't know that. The Jets had their own stadium. It would be a totally different future playing in the New York Giants stadiums. Never going to help them win. Yeah, I never like when stadiums are shared. But one more time, dude, because this kid is the best.
Y'all see them and get your thoughts on the game.
I hate this team. I was born into this, and I'm not gonna ever. I'm always a Jets fan, but like, I hate this team.
This kid's the best, man. Kind of looks like the boy himself, Jet. That's how it should be, man. Cause look, man. You guys know that I am officially the anti-influencer. Right? I am the anti-influencer. Did that just play double music? Because that might have been real loud. I'm sorry. Because desktop audio was on too. Sorry if that sounded awful. Dude, I'm so tired of our local team influencers, okay? Now, this is going to come across as bitter like last week because, I don't get the opportunities. Oh, okay, whatever, But, dude, why did the chat mess up again? Why does the chat keep messing up? It's not auto-scrolling. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, for some reason, the chat is not auto-scrolling. Anyways, Bay Area fans who complain about playoff drought just suck. Since 2010, we've seen 3 World Series champions, 4 NBA Finals champions, 3 Super Bowls, and plenty of Sharks playoff runs. Yeah, we are not even close to having it bad. Like, we're on the upper echelon of having it good. Like, you know, Boston is probably, in the last 25 years, Boston is probably the front runner, right? It's got to be Boston. They've had like all their teams win multiple, I think. Celtics won 2. How many Red Sox have in the last 25 years? Did they get 3 or did they get 2? 04. No, they got 3, right? 2018, 04, and what was it? 2013, 2012, 20, no, not we were 2012, 2011. It was between us, right? 2011? I don't remember. I used to know these things, then my brain stopped working, and I start work at 3:30 a.m., so my brain's just got holes in it. Celtics 2, Red Sox 3, I think. Boston Bruins have a couple, right? At least. And then the Patriots, of course. So, yeah, I think Boston's got it the best. But other than that, dude, we're, Bay Area. If you're a Bay Area fan, dude, we got it pretty good. Unless you're just a strictly Oakland fan, and then you don't. We need to find this kid, bring them on the show. We need to do something special for him, like buy him a ticket to a good team. Let's get him on the show. Dude, I would. I'll take him to when I go film a Jets game, he can go with me. I need to give that kid some sideline tickets for at least one game. That's a real fan, for real. Let's fly a kid out, take him out to dinner with Gamer Athletics of international YouTube. Dude, Gamer Athletics is way too big. 4? Is it 4? 04, 2011, right? They beat the Rangers in the ALCS that year. Oh wait, no, the Rangers lost to the Cardinals. Why did I forget this? That's crazy. If you would have asked me this like 2 weeks ago, I bet I knew the answer. Now I don't. I can usually go through like every champion to the 70s in like every sport. And now for some reason, you know what it is too? The Red Sox are boring to me. So I always forget when they won. I just remember 2018, 04. Yeah. 04, 07, 13. Okay, it was after. Yeah, it was between 2012 and 2014 for us. And I knew it was between us, but I couldn't remember which year. Sleep decoration, well, deprivation. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think Boston's got it the best in this millennium. It's got to be. It's got to be. There's not another city that. So 2011 was Cardinals Rangers. Was it Cardinals that beat the Rangers? Because the Rangers lost 2 in a row, right? Or am I tripping? Yeah, I was a huge Red Sox fan in 2018. Dude, I always forget the Rockies went to the World Series in 07. Oh yeah, so the influencers, dude. I'm getting real sick and tired of these influencers not being fans of all the teams. It's really bothering me. Two of the biggest 49ers influencers At least two of the biggest. I know for sure two of the biggest, if not more. Two of the biggest 49ers influencers are Dodgers fans. So I go to Levi's Stadium and I see people surrounding this guy, asking for photos. You're asking for photos with a Dodgers fan, dude? You know? And he's like, oh, well, they sold Dodgers gear at the stores. I'm from the Central Valley. It's like, dude, that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Like, look, nobody in my family was really into basketball. So I got into basketball on my own. Unlike baseball and football, I was introduced to, right? And in basketball, I had to kind of discover it on my own. And of course, that was because of Michael Jordan. Okay, I first started getting into basketball during his first three-peat, early 90s. I wanted his shoes. I used to watch his little propaganda VHS tapes, Come Fly With Me and all those. They were straight up Michael Jordan propaganda videos, and they were just the best. So, of course, Michael Jordan was the guy. He was God to me. But I have integrity, dude. So I, at that young age, was like, oh, I love Michael Jordan. I love the Chicago Bulls, but I'm not from Chicago. I've never even been to Chicago. I can't be a Chicago Bulls fan. What's my local team? Golden State Warriors? Okay, I'm a Golden State Warriors fan. So I don't care what was popular. Oh, they always showed these games on TV, so I got into this team. No, dude, get out of here. No. Okay? I like the Chicago Cubs because WGN. I used to watch Harry Carey. I'm not a Cubs fan. I used to watch Atlanta Braves games all the time on TNT and TBS. Fred McGriff was one of my favorite players, dude. Never been to Atlanta. Not a fan. And they were in our division. So that to me is not an excuse. Because if you fell in love with the 49ers and then you see the Dodger stuff and you're like, oh, Dodger stuff. I would be like, wait, I'm already a 49ers fan. Or I like the 49ers. Like, I can't cross streams like that. But he did. He crossed the streams, dude. And Bill Murray told you not to. Just, dude. And the other guy, I found out he's from Buffalo. He's from Buffalo, but is somehow a 49er fan and a Dodgers fan. Dude, you have an NFL team. Be a Bills fan. Be a Bills fan right now, dude. And it's like, I hate when these stream crossers, these cross contaminators, I hate when they're the ones like getting to build the culture. Like, no, you're ruining it. You're ruining it, dude. Get out of here. And so many of them are Lakers fans and stuff. Like, get out of here, dude. You can't cross the streams. You didn't watch Ghostbusters and it shows, dude. Ugh. Jake used to love the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry. I thought it was so boring. I'm not going to lie. I thought both teams are so boring. It's weird to say the Niners haven't won a championship. Warriors and Giants have 7 championships within the last 16 years. For real. One of the dumbest things I've heard was when I was a kid, I didn't know the city-state was a thing. Literally every part of the team's name is a city, state, or region. There's no excuse. It's literally Dodgers fans who will say FSF during baseball season or an SF in their hats during football season. That's what I'm saying. You're wrong. You're wrong. If you are a 49er and a Dodgers fan, you are a wrong person. Like, you are programmed wrong. You are an error. You are a glitch. You should not be. The 49ers and the Giants shared locker rooms. They are, in essence, the same team. As I always say, the team, all teams, they are not the business paperwork, the trademark paperwork, the copyright paperwork, the business license. They're not that. The team is the community that comes together under that banner. It's the people that go to the games. It's the community that rallies around it. It's the players and the coaches and the staff and the concession workers. That is the team. So if you are a 49er fan that roots against the San Francisco Giants, you are rooting against your own team. You're rooting against yourself because the team is representing the same region. They played in the same place. They are the same team. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. Now, I'm going to calm down with a little bamboo strawberry banana smoothie, not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. Okay. That's it. They did take down the Marshmallow Man. That's true. Once knew a brother and sister coworkers who were Giants, 49ers, and Lakers fans. I know a lot of them, and they're wrong. Like, I get it. Kobe was awesome. But you should have been like, I'm not from L.A. And we have a local team. Like, obviously, it's different if you're from a place that has no teams. Then you can come up with your crazy backstory, your crazy fan fiction of why you stumbled on becoming a fan of that team. And, of course, it's always a team that has a ton of success, right? Nobody ever slips and falls to become a Cincinnati Bengals fan. You know? I guess that's probably not a good example because they had like Ocho Cinco and stuff. They've had some cool like eras, you know? And now they got Joe Burrow and stuff. So that's probably not a good one, but Colorado Rockies. Have you ever met a Colorado Rockies fan that's not from Colorado? You know? It's funny. It's funny how these kids always, have this backstory of, this convoluted thing of how I suddenly became a fan of the team that won the most championships, right? It's never you accidentally tripped and fell and became a Cleveland Browns fan, So, yeah, that's how angry I get. Like, you're rooting against yourself, dude. You are broken. You are wrong. And get out of here. All right? And I guess this is my point too, because I don't want to sound like a total hater. I'm being cheeky. Okay, I'm being cheeky. It's not. It's like anyone can be a fan of whoever they want. I have my thoughts on it, where I'm like, you shouldn't be a fan of that team. Like, you should be a fan of this team. That's my opinion, which doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I get that, but I'm yapping, right? So I'm going to yap about it. But my point is, I don't like the culture of the team being pushed by these cross-contaminators. I don't think they should be calling the shots or be pushing the culture. That's it. I'm sorry. They are infiltrators. They're insurgents. All right? So I don't get, as a kid, if you're from the Central Valley where you're in between, or dude, the people, so many 49er fans from LA are like, well, we didn't have a team when I was a kid. And it's like, so you choose your rival region's team? That's like if Boston didn't have a team in a sport, so they became a New York fan. Like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. You should know better. You were raised wrong. Dude, like a New York kid being a fan of a Boston team is wrong. You're wrong. I don't care what crazy Marvel Cinematic Universe, multiverse, through the madness you come up with. You're wrong. I love Los Angeles. I love Southern California. San Diego's like a second home. I love LA. Lots of friends in LA. You guys have seen me in LA. I have a great time in LA. I love LA. I love our rivalry. I love their sports history. I love all that. But just as equally, I love rooting against them in sports. Because that's how it's supposed to be. And I do it the right way. I do it the right way. And I win again. I win again, folks. Build me a trophy case. Build me a trophy case, for crying out loud. Oh, and here's another one. Here's another one. You guys want another fun one? If you are from the Bay Area, Northern California, and you're upset about the A's leaving Oakland and going to Vegas, you cannot also be a Raiders fan. No! God, he makes a good point, doesn't he? Gosh. This kid's just making point after point, dude. Here's the thing, dude. You cannot continue to be a Raiders fan, but then also be mad at the A's. You can't. You can't. And these excuses I hear. Well, Mark Davis tried. He did this and blah, blah, blah. And it was actually the A's fault and blah, blah. I don't care, dude. I don't care. You're wrong. And I'm right. Build me a trophy case because I've won again. I've won again. Rings on top of rings, baby. I've won again. And look, let me explain this too. The reason I can be a Ballers fan and a Giants fan is because this is my Pioneer League team. Okay? If there was a San Francisco Pioneer League team, I would have to be a San Francisco Pioneer League fan. But there isn't. So I am a Ballers fan because that is the Bay Area's Pioneer League team. Do you understand now? Do you understand now? Now look, and this team has the soul of the Oakland Athletics fan base. So I, in some ways, am a guest. I, gotta respect that and understand that. Some of these guys, some of these influencers especially, they don't get that. They don't get that there's a hierarchy. And I do. And that's why I'm better than Kai Cenat and all these influencers that the San Francisco Giants invite and give field passes to, and the Oakland Roots give field passes to, even though they don't even do sports content or care about the teams. They just want free swag and the clout. That's why I'm better than them. And that's why my teams won't invite me, because I keep it too real, dude. He keeps it too real. That's what they say in the board meetings. How about we invite that kid from Variety? Oh! One of the billionaires pipes up. Oh, but he keeps it too real. We can't do that. We could never do that. He keeps it too real. Right? That's what the billionaires say about me. Still go Roots, even though they give all this stuff to these influencers that don't actually care about them. And here I am loving them. Right? Here I am loving them with my Marshawn Lynch right here. I don't get field passes. That's fine, dude. I've done more content about the Roots than any of them. But it's fine, dude. They have more followers than me, so they're worth more. They have more value. Didn't the ending of Ghostbusters freak you out as a kid? The pink goo out the painting. Wasn't that Ghostbusters 2? And yes, it did. Surprised you thought it was boring. It was intense. I know. Look, it's one of the best rivalries of all time. I just personally find the Red Sox and Yankees incredibly boring franchises. And Don Zimmerman was, him getting thrown down was obviously something I absolutely love still to this day. Living in LA for 15 years, a lot of 49ers and Doyers fans. Yeah, no, they're wrong. No SoFi games for Niners fans to dominate down there for this coming season. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose, dude. You know what I mean? You guys get it. You guys get it. What else is up? I think I went through all my nonsense. I think I went through all my nonsense here. What else? Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just don't care about their origin stories of how they became fans of two rival teams. You know? Like stick to all LA, all SF. Stick to all New York or all Boston, you know? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And if you're from Buffalo, be a Bills fan. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice, dude. Oh yeah, Artemis 2 photo. Oh, one more. I did want to show this. I think, Paul, you hated these. This is a mock-up. These are not real. But I did want to show these. Oh. Angel did some mock-ups too. Let's check out the mock-ups. Oh, I have seen these Jets pictures. Yeah, this would have made the team more popular. Now, would the owners have capitalized on that? I don't know, but yeah, when the Jets, this could have been their stadium on the waterfront. Is this what is it called? The Hudson Yards? Where that big weird thing is now, the big transformer looking thing. All right, and Angel did some mock-ups. He did this, so he would do the white pants, he would do the sleeves. No, to me it's either make it a full vest or no different colored sleeves. All right, either bring back the vests or we're not changing the sleeve color. Yeah, these are cool. I like the all red. I prefer the all reds. And then he did this. You did this mock-up, or is someone actually making this? This is too much like a Giants hat for me. To me, what makes the Orioles and Giants stand apart is the Orioles really put a lot of white in it. So maybe with a white front panel. But I mean, I still like this. It's too much like the Giants. Or you could put like a white outline, because this has a black outline. And then here's the peach color. Yeah, this goes hard. This goes hard. Angel, I think you're right on this. Yeah, this would have been so dope. This would have did numbers. This would have did numbers. A bit nostalgic for the name, kind of like the Patriots. Hate but respect the crap out of them. I get that. Make the hat and I'll buy it. A white front panel with a black or white brim. Take my money, please take my money. Looks more like the Bengals hat. Yeah, it does look like the Bengals hat. Yeah, no, this is fire, Angel. The peach would be dope. And then this is just a mock-up that Paul had posted in the Discord for the Yankees, because the Yankees are too classy to do a City Connect. I adore these. Talk to my lawyers. Talk to my lawyers, dude. They're on standby. They're drafting up paperwork as we speak. Talk to my lawyers. I love these. The BX and the old NY style. The original Yankees NY style. And just it's so vintage. It's so vintage, and I love it. Like, I could see this jersey in 1904, and I love it. Now, I don't love the hat so much. I think the BX should be a little smaller. Oh my god, this is so fire. This is so fire. I love it. I love it. I agree, Paul. I'm a high socks guy. But yeah, no, I love these. I wish these were real. This is so fire. Dude, if I was from the Bronx, I would get these made. I would get these made. All right, and the Artemis picture. Dang, there was. This is real. Dang, that's a lot of damage. That's crazy. Glad they made it home safe. Glad they made it home safe. That's what really matters. You know what I mean? My upstairs neighbor has been playing music constantly since she moved in. So there's never a break for me. We go from the toddler running around to now dance studio above me. Why couldn't I get a sweet old lady above me or something, you know? Why am I in the... You know what? This is what they need to do? Apartment complexes should have zones. Like, you have the party zone. So it's like, are you going to be throwing parties? You're going to be playing music? You're in the party zone. You guys can all enjoy. And then have a quiet area. Where if you want to be quiet, you can live in that part of the complex. So I could be in the quiet part of the complex. Because I'll be honest with you. Me ranting and raving on this live stream is about the loudest I get. I'm a quiet person. Oh, he's peaceful. He's peaceful and quiet, dude. Look at this. I got a freaking bun in my hair. You think I don't meditate? You think I ain't in here meditating? I'm drinking a smoothie with a freaking bun in my hair, dude. You think I don't burn incense and meditate and drink a smoothie with my hair in a bun? I don't burn incense, but I would. And there's nothing you could do about it. Talk to my lawyers. You want to live with a bunch of old people? Yes, I do. Living in the popular complex. Yeah, no, there's no party next door. Maybe I'm disconnected. I don't understand the BX. Oh, BX is for the Bronx. I already said this. Once the Yankees add in ad patch to their jerseys, all that tradition crap goes out the window. I agree. Yeah, now should just do what the rest of the league does. Tradition is done. Yeah, I 100% agree. You don't have 5.1 surround sound? I do not. Is the music good at least? It is not, no. Most of the music I don't recognize, but earlier this week she played multiple times. She played the that one popular TikTok song. Wait, how's it start? And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. She played that multiple times. I was like, oh, she's feeling this. I don't live in San Francisco, though. I live in a quiet, sleepy suburb, and that's my problem. If I lived in San Francisco, I would expect. But I live in a quiet... I chose this place on purpose because it's a complex that's surrounded by office buildings. Down the street from me, there's an Apple building. There's a... Not LinkedIn. Apple... There's two Apple complexes and then something else. I think it's LinkedIn or... No, I don't think it's LinkedIn. I can't remember. But it's surrounded by office buildings. So after 5 p.m. and on weekends, it's a ghost town. It's just my complex. There's a park. And it's just nice and peaceful. And now it's not. Ah, dang it. Why is it? Look, the chat froze again. So basically, the chat is like occasionally just freezing. That's the problem. What up, Marie? Anyways, the music's not too loud right now though, so it's not bad. But she was playing music till like after midnight last night, which wasn't nice. Well, it really wasn't nice because my sleep has been terrible, like I said. Anyway, I'm floundering here, folks. I don't know what to talk about. The peninsula where the weather is warmer. Yeah, I'm like closer to the South Bay though, near Silicon Valley. So jealous. Next to the original Apple campus or the round alien spacecraft? Neither. I'm on some like satellite. It's like some satellite office buildings. Apple has random buildings all over the place. So their big campus, the alien spacecraft, that's over in Cupertino, which is like not too far from me, but Cupertino is like a really nice suburb. This is a really bland, blah suburb. So the Apple buildings here are just small office buildings that they use for whatever random stuff. But yeah, around Silicon Valley, it's just like there's random Google buildings everywhere, random Apple buildings everywhere, just random tech company buildings. I'm not too far from Nvidia either. Nvidia has a huge, it looks like an airport, their office building. What else, dude? Oh, Gabby Williams signed to the Valkyries. Veronica Burton is staying with the Valkyries. Monique Billings unfortunately went to, where'd she go? The Fever. She's gonna play with Caitlin Clark, I think. Lots of movement in the WNBA. What else? And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else. I'm working on some really cool stuff, and I know I've been teasing it a lot, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting on manufacturers and stuff, so it's like I don't want to reveal things until it's time. But man, I'm excited. And every day I'm just like, please, can I get an update? Please. And then I don't have an update. But I'm working on some stuff, man. I'm working on some stuff. Bay Area Throwbacks, are you finally going to go to a Ballers game this year? Wish I was talented enough to do programming like that. I mean, I do too. I don't know how to program. It's not surprising because of the new CBA. Yeah, dude, they're going crazy. Yeah, those 9-year-olds signed 10-year deals in Major League Baseball. Will you post a Smackdown video? Yeah, it's gonna come out tomorrow. And unless something goes wrong, but it's almost done, and I'm gonna finish it right after this live stream and upload it, so it'll come out tomorrow. And then I still have a video from Great America to come out. I'm trying to have that out this week also. And then I think the pick van will be here again next week. And we will, we will go do some fun stuff, hopefully. Also, shout out to Rubes there in the middle. It's his birthday today. Modesto's Crown Prince. Big Rubes. Just a little, happy birthday, dude. Thanks for always being a kind fella, Modesto Pioneer League baseball team changed their name from the Glow Riders to the Roadsters. Yes, they did. I talked to I talked to JT Snow briefly last week at the Battle of the Bay 2.1. He was doing some scouting for the Roadsters, he said. He was wearing a Roadsters hat, too. And look, I'm gonna keep it real, right? Just like the billionaires say, yeah, he keeps it too real. We can't get him field passes. He keeps it too real. Oh, Jake, it was his birthday too. Jake, happy birthday, dude. Main event getting treated like this. Gabe's not happy with anything. I'm planning to go. One of my old teammates signed with the Colorado team, so I got to see him pitch. That's dope. You not hear that they signed 5 19-year-olds to long 8-year contracts to the CBA contract that's coming up? Oh, that's crazy. That's wild. So look, I keep it too real. I am not a fan at all of the new Pioneer League hats. I think now I don't know if it's team by team, but it feels like it's the whole league because all the hats I'm seeing from all the teams are the same. They're terrible. They're terrible. I don't know what the manufacturer is. They don't look like, at least like the new era hats now. I forgot what the material they use, but it's supposed to sort of emulate wool or kind of, it has the same vibe as the old wool hats or the older new era wool hats. So it's not like a complete departure. These ones are like a weird material. Like they look like a fishing hat or something. They're shaped weird. They're like in between like a new era 5950 and like a dad hat. They're like in between. So JT Snow had the Roadsters hat on, and it's a cool R, but like it just the hat isn't a good hat. And then the Ballers have their hats, and they're just not good hats. And I like the Modesto hat with the M and the neon. I think that's the coolest hat or the coolest logo they have. But yeah, dude, the new hats, I don't know. I'm not happy. Not happy about it. But look, I keep it too real, dude. I keep it too real. All right, I think I've covered everything. I forgot I was supposed to try this chocolate from Peru, but I'll do it next week. It's still sitting here. Forgot. Go Ballers. Go Ballers. Go Valkyries. Go Giants. Like, come on. Hey, figure it out, right? Figure it out, guys. And play-in's Wednesday. So let's go Dubs. Yeah. What a bummer. What a bummer this season's been, though, And yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out to the live show. Yeah. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something or other tours now. Variety. Vertlife. See you next week. We'll figure something out. If you end up going to play and hit me up. All right, I will. Have a good week. Have a good week. Appreciate you guys. And remember, I am the anti-influencer. All right. No tricks. I'm not bogus. I'm not phony. Now go unsubscribe to me. Unsubscribe to me. All right. Love you guys.